Hello and welcome to SkySwitch University. In this unit, I want to cover how to pull a call trace and how to submit that call trace to support. Now, anytime you have a problem with a call, a customer calls, they have a problem with jitter or one-way audio or choppy voice or whatever it may be, you're going to need to open a trouble ticket. Now, support requires that you pull a full call trace to submit with the trouble ticket. Now, how do we pull a full call trace? Well, we navigate to Manage PBX in the Dash Manager, and we're going to find the domain in which that particular call took place. So let's go to SkySwitch domain, test domain, and we're going to navigate to call history. We're going to find the particular call, that our customer complained about. Now, if you will notice here on the very right column, on the very right side of it, there's a magnifying glass, and when I mouse over it, it says trace. All right, so find the particular call that your customer had problems with and click on trace. Initially, what we're going to see here is what is called a simple ladder graph of the logic of all the SIP interaction that took place to set up the call, to the duration of the call, and to terminate the call. So this is the simple ladder graph. But what support wants you to do is to click on View Full Trace. So let's do that. Now this opens up the full trace. When I click on each of these SIP interactions, it shows the commands over here to the right that took place during that part of the call. And so this allows our support staff to troubleshoot the problem and get right to what they need to. And so it really speeds things up when you submit full call traces for any of your calls that have call problems. And what support wants you to do is to find the full trace and copy the URL here in the browser entry window, and then submit that in your ticket. So when we open a ticket, now we covered how to submit tickets earlier in an earlier training. But what you would do is in the problem description, you would tell them customer experiencing jitter, and then paste the full trace URL right here in the trouble ticket, and then submit your ticket once you've completed your ticket. All right, so this is how you pull a full call trace and how you submit a call trace. It's very important because if our support's dealing with many problems, this helps them, and they're going to ask you if you submit a trouble ticket without pulling a full call trace, they're going to ask you to pull a full call trace. So you need to get into a habit of pulling the full call trace anytime you have a call problem. And we give you the tools as resellers, and I'm going to talk about other tools that we give you to help you even troubleshoot your own call issues for your customers. And so we do expect you to pull your full call traces, and when you open a ticket and you want us to be involved in looking at the problem, that you would do that, and then it would help speed things up and help resolve the issues in your problems quicker. Thank you for attending, and if you have any questions, you can send those to onboarding@skyswitch.com.